I'm Caden Trumfio, Service Manager of Hutton Northey Sales and Kondinin. So the Brownings have bought a Case IH 8250, second biggest flagship combine that Case IH make, 480 horsepower. Obviously the Macdon front, D241, and they've also got a ReadyCop MAV chopper and seed control unit mounted on the back.
Hi, I'm Greg Bunker, Hutton Northey Sales Branch Manager of Kondinin. Yeah, very strong farming family, been here for quite a while. Very strong Case IH supporters. Pretty much everything on the farm is Case IH.
So season's come around a bit earlier than normal, or harvest has. Still looks pretty good. I think they're pretty happy with the end result. We'll have a crack today and see where we end up. Might be a little bit too much moisture there, but yeah, we'll see how we go.
Other machinery they've got here, the Case IH 450 CVT road track, which is pulling a 30-tonne Coolamon chaser bin.
The biggest thing about startups, I think, is as long as you've got someone from the business there, gives the customer a little bit of peace of mind that someone's there to help them walk through their new purchase, whether it's a 25 horsepower tractor or a 480 horsepower combine. This time of year is obviously busy for everyone, so it's hard for every party to get there, but we just try and be on farm for the first day, go through all the features, whether they've had a similar range or similar series unit or not. You just want to make sure there's no confusion with how they can optimise that machine to the best of its abilities. Yeah, okay, so if you're here, right, at your cutting height, you've got obviously this much distance on your sensor range of travel to register it's in auto height. If you go too far one way, you'll lose that ability for it to read and you'll have problems with the auto height, obviously. But being set here, if that's at your cut height, or you're happy with that as your cut height, and it's in the middle of the sensor range, we should get maximum range of travel up and down.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Macdon make two options. They make a flex draper and a rigid front. The rigid front just means that the cutter bar is set constant as it is and it cannot flex. In these operations, if your ground is relatively flat, that is perfect for these conditions.
So delivery happened a couple of months ago. We've obviously come out yesterday and done most of the pre-harvest checks on both the Macdon and the 8250. We've done our header height calibration and auto height calibrations. We've done all of our GPS calibrations, gone through the screen setup. So today we're probably just going to do a bit of a pre-harvest check at a broad scale, checking all levels, belts, chains, things like that. We'll probably go through tyre pressures, and then hopefully once that's all checked off, we'll give it a run. So we've got our drive shaft hooked up. Make sure it's secure. Make sure the balls have locked in. Got our feeder lock lever latched and the locking lever hooked over the top of it. Our hydraulics are hooked up, secure. Electrics hooked up, secure. We've got our flotation wheels set up at the right spec for what the customer wants. So we've just had a quick inspection of the cutter bar and the reel, make sure everything's secure. Come around to the other side of the front, checking draper tension like we did on the other side. Flotation wheels set up. And just like the other side, check to make sure our adapter's in the float position. So same thing as we're going around, just checking all our belts and chains are tight. So all our ReadyCop drive systems all been checked, our separator drive systems all been checked. We've already pre-discussed concave setup, so we've been into the rotor and set that up how we wanted. Check chain tension for the unloading system, and we can probably work our way around to the other side now. So we've got our residue system set with the windrow door shut. Come around to the other side. Same thing, belts, chains, check tension, eyeball everything. All of our clean out doors are shut, tailings, clean grain elevator door. And like I said, we've changed the modules already yesterday, so we don't have to go into the rotor and check concave setup. Normally each year you should check all your various gearbox oil levels, which will be accessed from the left and the right hand side of the header and underneath. But just for a start up today, we'll check the coolant level in the header tank bottle. Hydraulic oil level has to be within spec. Check our engine oil, PDO gearbox and rotor gearbox. Alright, so we'll just go check all of our harvesting functions. So just start off by moving the cage vanes. We can hear them moving, yep. And then we'll do concave clearance, just to the left. Yep. They're all active. Start with the top pre-sieve, and then top and then bottom sieve. So just make sure they're all functional with no issues. And then once we fire it up, we'll test all the other functions and we'll be able to get cutting. Alright, so we're just going to go for a bit of a half a K run with the header now. Take a bit of a sample off. The farmer's going to take that sample into town, or a portion of it, and get it tested for moisture. If he gets good results coming back out, we'll be into it flat out.
Hi, I'm Glenn Browning and I farm here with my family in Kondinin. My great-grandfather came in 1910 to the area And yep, been farming here ever since. Quite a few cousins and that in the area. Yep, he's third generation on the farm. Still drives Zeta every day, and a big part of the process. It is a bit early, yeah, I guess. We had early rains, so some of the earlier crop did come up early, so it's pretty much ready to go. Late October, we would normally start early November, so a week or two early. It was actually a Whisker Light. This is only a feed variety, but it was a Whisker Light if it was to go malt, hectolitre weight-wise, and moisture's right on the limit, so we're, yeah, gonna get cranked up in a few more days, I think.